Okay. Good afternoon and welcome to Lunch Money Opportunity Call, where you're going to receive some information that will definitely change your life. And I would encourage you right now to get your pen, get your paper, because we love to say in this business that note takers are money makers. And call your friends, call your family, tell them hop on this call. This is definitely going to change their life. So I just want you to drop in the chat where you're on the call from and what you're having for lunch. I had some grapes for lunch. They were really good. So, just put something in the chat, just letting us know what you had for lunch and where you're on this call from. And in a moment, our speaker will be coming on. In about 2 minutes, she'll be coming on, Miss Rickelle, where she will be sharing the information with you. And I just want you to get fired up because this information is going to be so good. But just make sure that you take notes so you have something to refer to when the call is over. And like I said, we're going to get started in 1 minute. And Rickelle will come on and she will share this information with you. So let's see what we have in the chat. Okay, so the information that Rickelle is going to share with you today, it is going to be life-changing, like I said. So just drop in the chat some flames so we can get warmed up for when she comes on. And, while you're doing that, growing up, and your parents said to me to go to school, get an education so you can get a good job. And that's all fine and well, but that vehicle is only going to get you so far. So I would encourage you, to come and listen with an open mind and an open heart so that you are able to receive it. It's not finished yet. Okay? So that you will be able to receive it. So let me give you some information about Rickelle. Rickelle has been in this business since May of this year. And she has been sharing it with so many families and helping so many families. And I can attest to that because mine is one of them. And she's having so much fun. She's very knowledgeable about everything she's going to be sharing with you today because she's not just sharing this experience, she's living it. So without further ado, I will call on Miss Rickelle to come and join us. Rickelle, are you there?
Yes, I am here, Jodie. Can you see and hear me okay?
I can hear you, but I don't see you. Okay, I can see you now.
Thank you so much, Jodie, and just want to give it back to you and just thank you for your leadership and your assistance and hosting and what you do for the organization. Thank you for, sharing this information so that you can ensure that you get the persons attached to you to the right side of money also. So thanks again, and we are going to hop right into this information. So as Jodie said, my name is Rickelle Albury, and I'm one of the platinum leaders here with the Bahamas Traders Inc. group. I've been a part of this organization since May of this year. And what really piqued my interest as far as this was concerned was the fact that there were persons making my annual salary in a month. And as Jodie said, we've been programmed to think, go to school, get good grades, so you can get a good job. And I did that. I actually went to school twice. I have a graduate's degree, but did not see the level of wealth that I've been introduced to with this business. It's a difference between being comfortable and being wealthy, actually having that financial freedom. And that's really what I wanted. So I took advantage of this opportunity, and I'm going to share with you what I saw that day that got me to say yes. Yes to my future. Yes to the right side of money. Yes to making my money work for me. So thank you so much for taking time out to hop on with us today. We appreciate you being here. And we will start with, what will you become? And ask yourself that, what will you become? Who are you? And what do you want for yourself? What were some of the goals and dreams and visions that you set out for yourself at the beginning of 2020? Now, we know that 2020 did not pan out the way many of us thought it would, but it did present some opportunities, although it had many challenges. But where do you want to see yourself when 2020 is all said and done? At 12/31/20, where do you want to see yourself? At 1/1/21, what do you want for yourself? Now, as Jodie said, take a moment and have a notepad and a pen, because we like to say that note takers are money makers. So add to your notes, who are you and what do you want to become? And think about 5 things. And I like to say, start those sentences off with I am, because those are 2 of the most powerful words in our vocabulary. Whatever you say after I am, that's what's going to be manifested. So take a moment and think about that, and we'll come back to your list shortly. I want to introduce you to the 4-way cash flow quadrant. This was designed by Robert Kiyosaki. He's a best-selling author, and you may have heard of the book that he wrote called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Well, he designed this cash flow quadrant to show us that it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are, and it doesn't matter what you do for a living. There are only 4 ways that you can make money. So if you look at this cash flow quadrant, you'll see that 95% of us controls 5% of the wealth, and 5% of us controls 95% of the wealth. Now, if you're like me, when you hear those numbers, you say, well, that doesn't even mathematically make sense. How can the majority control almost nothing and the minority control almost everything? And here's why. Because as Jodie said, we've been taught to go to school, get good grades so you can get a good job so you can make good money. So 60% of us, we work a job. We work a 9 to 5. We work on what we like to call the 40-40-40 plan. And that means we work 40 hours a week for about 40 years, and then we pray we get to live off of 40% of that income. So we find ourselves on a paycheck to paycheck cycle. We make just enough money to get us to the next paycheck. So with that being said, can we find wealth through our job? And the answer is no, because we can't work our way to wealth and we can't save our way to wealth. Think about persons that work real hard. Are they wealthy? They probably even have 2 or 3 jobs, but are they wealthy, or are they just making ends meet? And then think about the wealthy people. Do they work? Do they work hard? Are they on a 9 to 5 job? And being wealthy means that you have an abundance of resources that you know what to do with, more than you can do anything with. That is true wealth and true abundance. And you have so much that you're able to leave it throughout generations. The Bible says that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children. So based on the way your money is looking right now, are you able to leave an inheritance for your children, or are you able to leave bills for your children? Or can they just be comfortable? Remember, there's a difference. And then 35% of us, we work for ourselves. So that would be your doctors and lawyers with their private practices, your hairdressers and barbers, makeup artists, graphic designers, DJs. These are persons that work for themselves. And they may do really well, but they're just like an employee. They have to show up to that job day in and day out to see their customers, to see their clients, to see their patients. And if they don't, then they don't get paid. They can step away from that job, but their money can be affected. Their income can be affected. So with that being said, think about this 95% of us. Think about what COVID would have done to the persons in this category if you weren't considered an essential worker. Your income came to a complete halt. You couldn't leave your home, you couldn't see your clients couldn't see you, so you weren't able to make money. Here's where we move to the right side of money. Here's now where we make our money work for us instead of us working so hard for it. 4% of us on the right side of money are business owners. And you will say, well, what's the difference between a business owner and someone that's self-employed? Well, the difference is the business owner is leveraging other people's time and energy to make them money. They have systems in place to be sure that the day-to-day operations of their business can go on even in their absence. They can step away from that job for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, even 6 months, but their income is still coming in. Think about Jeff Bezos, the CEO for Amazon. When you place your order on Amazon, he's not the one fulfilling your order. He's not the one driving that delivery bus to your front door. But he does have people and systems in place while he's at the bank or at the beach where you get your order fulfilled, the day-to-day operations of his company still goes on, and he still gets paid. That's a business owner. When you go to Burger King or Wendy's, is the CEO of Burger King or Wendy's in there working? No. They're leveraging other people and systems to make sure that you get what you want your way right away, and they get their money their way right away. Then we have 1% of us with an investor's mindset. Like I said, this is where your money now starts working for you instead of you working so hard for it. You understand that you can't work your way to wealth. You understand that you can't save your way to wealth. And you understand that you can put your money in investment vehicles and watch it multiply. Well, the investment vehicle that I want to speak to you about today is the foreign exchange trading market. The foreign exchange trading market is simply changing one country's currency for another. So if you've traveled outside of your country, you've had to get your money converted. So whether that's the US to Canada to Great Britain, you've had to get your money converted. We have the Swiss franc, the Great British pound, the Japanese yen, and depending on where price is at that particular time, you may have ended up with more money, less money, or maybe even break even. Here's another way that you participated in the foreign exchange trading market and you probably didn't even know. When you deposit your money into a savings account at the bank invests your money into the foreign exchange trading market. But when they make money on your money, you don't get any of it. At the end of the year, you maybe get 1% interest on your money. Why not take advantage of an opportunity to put your money in a vehicle, which is the foreign exchange trading market, and watch your money work for you? You get to keep all of your profits. This industry is the most lucrative financial industry there is. Now, you may have heard about the stock market. Well, the foreign exchange trading market actually funds the stock market. Yeah. Can you imagine? I know this slide here says $5.3 trillion, but this is now a $6-7 trillion per day industry. Can you imagine having 1% of $7 trillion? I know that can change the dynamics of my life. What about you? So, we've heard about these different industries, we've heard about these different markets, but the difference between the foreign exchange trading market and the stock market, with the stock market, you always need your investment to be going up so that you can profit. Well, with the foreign exchange trading market, whether the market goes up or down, you're still putting yourself in a position to make money. So if the market is going up, then you go in for the buy and you profit. If the market is going down, then you go in for the sell so you can profit. So it doesn't matter which direction the market goes in, it's a win-win. You're still putting yourself in a position to win. The market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Now, do you have to work it 24 hours a day, 5 days a week? Of course not. One of the wealthiest men in the world, Warren Buffett, he said, if you can't find a way to make money in your sleep, you're going to work until you die. Is that the plan that you have for your life? It's not the plan that I have for mine. I want to be able to not just make a living, I want to be able to make a life. I want to be able to have memories. I want to be able to enjoy the fruits of my labor when I want to. And if that's what your desire is, then consider this vehicle for investment. We work until we're 65. That's the average retirement age. And then the Bible says we're given 10. That's age 70. So you work for 40 years with 5 years to enjoy the fruit of your labor. I don't know about you, but that's just not very attractive to me. So if you have a smartphone, put it to work. You're able to work this trading market, this foreign exchange trading market from your smartphone. So you've spent so much money on that phone, why not make money from it? Let that now become an asset to you. Once you can connect to data or Wi-Fi, you're in a position that you can make money from your phone. Another industry that I want to bring to your attention is the digital currency exchange. Now, the fact that you can make money from your phone and not have any physical cash exchange, that's a prime example that we're living in a digital age. We've heard about it for such a long time that we're going to have digital currency and we're going to be living in digital age. And, we couldn't process these things way back then, but welcome to the future. We are here. If you look in your wallet, you probably don't even have any cash in it, but maybe you have a debit or a credit card. You pay your bills online, you shop online, and if you look around at many of these businesses, they're telling you that there's a coin shortage in the US. In the Bahamas, they're saying that they're not going to create the penny anymore. And that's all because that we're moving into a digital age. You maybe have apps on your phone like Google Pay, Apple Pay, SunCash, Canoe if you're in the Bahamas, Zelle. We can transfer money to our friends and family without touching any physical cash. Just by the touch of a button, we can text money back and forth. There are companies now like Whole Foods and Uber and Amazon. They're now accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. Welcome to the future. We are here. So there are 4 curriculums that are a part of this iMastery Academy. The iMastery Academy teaches us how we can invest our money and watch our money multiply. If someone said to you, how much money did your money make for you in the bank last year? Can you answer? Remember, we said 1%. So if you had $100 in the bank for a year, you maybe ended up with 101. Hopefully, if the bank didn't take out fees. So now you have an opportunity through 4, actually it's now 5 different vehicles that you can put your money and watch it multiply. We have the foreign exchange trading market, the high frequency exchange, the digital currency exchange, and as well as you can become an independent business owner. Recently, we've launched the e-commerce exchange where you can now operate your business from a website without holding on to any inventory and without having to any overhead expenses. So the digital currency exchange, this is where you learn about your Bitcoin, your Litecoin, your Ethereum. Like we said, we are in a digital age. Your high frequency market, that's where our forward thinkers are. That's your binary options. That's where you watch your money make money in split seconds. And then as an independent business owner, you're now operating a business from the comfort of your home by sharing this information with other people. And as I said, the e-commerce industry is where you're now piloting the change where you can operate your business from the comfort of the online website. You have educators that are telling you which products are popular, how to market your products, how to get it beyond just your community, how to get it throughout the World Wide Web to tap into various markets and really share your product and make profit. With the iMastery Academy, it's an educational platform. So with an educational platform, you're going to need educators. We have over 100 educators that have been vetted by this company that are teaching you the skill set of trading. These persons make 6, 7, 8 figures a year in trading. And as they're marking up charts and analyzing trades, they're sharing this information with you. You can have your questions asked and answered in real time because this is live mentorship. So each week there's a schedule put out. You decide which educator you resonate with. You like their teaching style. It meets your learning style. It's a convenient time available for you. Or, you even have the option of going back and watching recorded sessions. So these educators, whether you're a night owl or an early bird, they are available to you at your convenience. You set your time, you go live with the educator, you learn the skill set, but you still have the opportunity to make money while you're learning. So with the Hello Center, we have several products that will help to cut this learning curve in half. The most popular product is the harmonic scanner. This is an artificial intelligence software that scans the markets for future trends. It tells you when to get into a trade, when to get out of a trade, and what the safety parameters should be. It's our duty to learn this skill set, but as I said, while you're learning, it's as easy as copying and pasting, and you're still able to make money. We want to be able to maximize our profits and minimize our loss. So here's where I was talking about being able to learn and earn simultaneously. So there aren't many instances where you learn and earn together because, we go to school, we get our degree, and then we can get a job. Or we get our certification and then we're able to get a pay raise. Or, you do an internship and then you can discuss compensation. But here, while you're learning, you're making money. So while these educators are teaching you strategies, while you're getting trade signals from the harmonic scanner, you're copying and pasting them, you're putting them in your phone, and boom, you can be in profit. While you're learning these strategies, while you're learning this verbiage, while you're learning to talk and think like a trader. Now you may say, well, what do I have to do to enroll? Well, for just $235 today, you can invest in yourself. You can invest in yourself to learn a skill set that is going to last you a lifetime. And then 28 days after that, you have a $175 tuition. Now, I like to call it a tuition because you have full access to the educators, the harmonic scanner, the Go Live platform, the community, the resources, and the motivation that you are going to need. The academy that's going to teach you all of the verbiage and everything that you're going to need to be successful in this business. And you're going to have continued access to that. So, we invest $235 or we spend $235 into a lot less that brings us nothing. The shoes we wear, the bags, the cars, the sunglasses, the hairstyles, the nails, we really splurge at times. So we spend money on what we value. Value yourself, value learning a skill set, value getting to the right side of money so that you can now set yourself and your family free. Pay the price today so that you can pay any price tomorrow. Now, the question is usually, will I make enough money? Well, we say to our student traders, only take trade signals from the educators for the first 30 days. In 30 days, you will not be a master trader. You may not even be a master trader in 60 days, but you will be able to make money. So let's look at $175. $175 per month is about $6 a day. We can put you on a plan. You can make more than $6 a day in the markets. I've had days where between getting up in the morning and lunchtime, I've made over $100 in a day. I've sat down to breakfast and made $15 in 10 minutes between sitting down to eat breakfast and being done with breakfast. So you are in a position where you can make this money to cover your tuition. We want you to think abundantly. We want you to think like an investor. We want you to think where you can now make your money work for you. So if your hesitation is, oh, I don't know if I'll make $175, you have to unlearn that way of thinking. You're still thinking lack. You're still thinking like the 95% that only has 5% of the wealth. You're not thinking like an investor. You want your money to work for you. You're learning a skill set and you're going to make it happen. Here's another thing. How do you like free? There's a 2 and free scholarship program where you can refer 2 active customers to this program, people that are like-minded, just like you, people who you feel are going to see value in this business. And if they say yes to this opportunity, or when they say yes to this opportunity, you're now free. Now think about if you went to college, if this was available, if this scholarship program was available, refer 2 people to our university and you don't have to worry about your tuition. We won't have any student loans. We would have no stress as to how our tuitions would be paid. Our parents will have less gray hair. We would have less gray hair because we're making sure that we put this in position for our children. And you know what? You're already doing it. When you find something that you love, your favorite Netflix series or TV show or recipe or restaurant, you share that with the people that you love and you don't make a dime from it. So why not put yourself in a position for a win-win? You get free tuition, they get access to get themselves to the right side of money and even position themselves to win. Now, I just want to shift gears for the last few minutes of giving you this information. And think about this. This part is entirely optional, but really think about it. With the open heart and the open mind, consider the fact that 85% of us are unfulfilled and unhappy with our jobs. We dread waking up in the morning and going to work. We get up to a phone that's with an alarm or a clock with an alarm that's shaped like a box, in a car that's shaped like a box, to an office to sit in a cubicle that's shaped like a box, to then, be surrounded by a box mindset all day. You're not caged in. You don't have to be boxed into what society says is the norm. Maybe you want to break free of that box. Maybe you want more for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you want a little bit more cash. Maybe you want a little bit more flexibility with your time. Maybe you love what you do. And I love the fact that we can do what we love. Maybe you're passionate about what you're doing. Hats off to you. But if you want to see your way to wealth, then why not consider being an independent business owner where you can operate a successful business right from the comfort of your home? All that means is now you're putting people in front of this information. Do you have to be a master trader? No. Do you have to teach them anything? No. Do you have to present this information at all? No, you don't. All you have to do is invite them to see this information just how you're viewing it, and the company will pay them $25 or pay you $25 for every person you enroll into this business. So if you decide you want to upgrade from a customer getting 2 and free to becoming an independent business owner, when you get 3 customers, the company is now paying you $150 a month. Now, this is what we call residual income. And residual income is the most powerful type of income there is. And here's why. You do the work once, but you're paid for it over and over again. What does that mean? That means that, think about it like this. The Cosby Show money. The Cosby Show was like my favorite show growing up. But I can still watch episodes today. So when I sit down and watch Claire, Rudy, and Theo, and Denise, every time I sit and watch one of those episodes, they're being paid. They're being paid for work that they did 30 years ago. Why not put yourself in a position to get that long-term payment? Do the work once and get paid for it over and over again. You may say, well, $150 is not a lot of money. Well, it's all a matter of perspective. Because if $150 were missing from your check at your job, you'd be asking some questions. And if $150 were added to your bill, that would be a big deal. So it's all a matter of perspective. But think about this. When those 3 people now go and share this information, and they get people that are like-minded like them and that see value, that are attached to them, now you have 12 people in your organization and you're getting $600 a month. And then when those 12 people share the information, you have 30 people in your organization. Now you're getting $1,000 a month, all from work that you did one time. Now, Jodie Fountain, who hosted this call at the beginning, she was able to build an organization of about 30 people and work her way up to $1,000 a month. She does the work once and she's paid for it over and over again. You know, I've been a part of this academy since May, as I said. And from May until now, I've been able to share this information with my friends and family who share it with their friends and family. And together we've built an organization of about 75 persons that put me in a position to earn $2,000 every month, $500 every week loaded to my card. You know, that's what some people make on a full-time job. I'm able to do it from the comfort of my home during COVID while everything else is being shut down. My money hasn't been affected by COVID. And then my sponsor, Miss KK Ramming out of Freeport, she's a hairstylist, an entrepreneur, has her own business, but was not considered an essential worker. So she wasn't able to go to work to see her clients. Her clients couldn't come see her. She's been locked down for such a long time, but she saw an opportunity. She said yes, and making $1,250 every week on a lockdown. So, you know, where do you see yourself on this compensation plan? I know where my eyes are. My eyes are on this chairman status. Chairman status means you have an organization of about 500 people and making a minimum of $10,000 a month. You know, our leader, our mentor, Miss Sophia Lightborn, also out of Grand Bahama, residing here in Florida, this is where she is. This is where she's been able to build her team. We're so happy and grateful to be a part of this team, to have access to this information, and to see ourselves on the right side of money. You know, where do you see yourself on this compensation plan that goes from $150 to over $750,000 a month? That's not even on this slide. So let's just say that's off the charts. Let me tell you a few people who making that kind of money. A 24-year-old. His name is Bryce Thompson. He was just highlighted recently by Forbes magazine for being a millennial millionaire. You know, he's at $750,000 a month at 24 years old. He still graduated college because he promised his mother that he was going to get a degree. But can you imagine that young man in a position where he's making more money than all of his college professors combined? So do you see where the formula that we've been taught all these years to go to school, get good grades, and get a good education so you can get a good job and make good money, it's not the formula for success. It's not the formula for wealth. He hadn't even graduated college yet, and he was making that kind of money. Then we have our millionaire leader, Mr. David Amanitier. You know, he's like the top paid network marketer there is to date. And these are the type of people that we're surrounded by. Can you imagine the amount of lives that they've impacted? The amount of people that they've set free to the right side of money? The amount of people that are now exposed to the skill set. You know, this is not new. Forex isn't new. It's new to many of us simply because we didn't have the capital to participate years ago. You had to have a net worth of over $1 million. The courses were tens of thousands of dollars to learn the skill set. And then you had to start a trading account with like over $100,000. That excluded so many of us. Now things have changed. Now this opportunity has been open to the masses. That's you and me. Now, what are we going to do with this information? Let's ingest it, digest it, and let's take action with it. I like to say, you know, you can be an action taker or you can be an excuse maker, but you can't be both. Are you going to take action with this information? Are you going to use this information to change your situation? Are you going to set yourself and your family and those connected to you free? Well, maybe you don't want this part. Remember, I said it was optional. Maybe you just want to learn the skill set of trading and you want to set yourself free and your family free with that. Well, that's fine too. But we have to do something today that the future us will be proud of. In order for things to change, things has to change. What are you going to change? Now, at the beginning, I asked you to write down some statements, the I am statements for where you want to see yourself and what do you want to become. How do you go from I am broke to I am financially free. I am hopeful, and I hope that's what you are after seeing this information. I am delighted. I am an investor. I am on the right side of money. I am free and my family is free financially. I am financially literate. If that's what you want for yourself, get back with the person that invited you to this call and let them know I heard the information. It's a no brainer. Tell me what to do next. Or maybe you heard the information, but you have a few questions. That's fine too. Get back with the person that invited you to this call, and they're going to point you in the right direction to get those questions answered. We want you to make an informed decision. I hope to see you all on the inside of this business so we can all learn and earn and grow together. See you all at the top because the bottom is just way too crowded. Have a great day and thanks for tuning in to Lunch Money.